You showed me how to reach for the best of myself. It's all good when you show the way, yeah.
Hello.
I'm Noe of Noe Rosé Travel.
I'm Christiana McMahon. I'm a psychic medium and internationally, and that's what I do.
She's one of my besties.
Yes. She walked through the door at a birthday party, and she had a flower in her hair, and I was like, I need to know who that is.
And I needed to know who she was.
It's like, I need to know her. So here we are.
But we connected right away.
It was fate. Two Sagittarians.
We're attempting to create a podcast.
I think we can. I think we have enough experience and enough interesting stories and history and things that we're up to make this fascinating. We can talk about all kinds of things.
And for this first post, she insisted on interviewing me first, but we'll see how this goes.
We'll see. Yes. Well, that's what she told me when I got here to the Ram's Head Inn.
We are
in this beautiful spot in Shelter Island.
Iconic hotel.
Oh my goodness.
Waterfront. You should come here.
It's fantastic. And everybody that works here is so nice.
But
So no way.
Yes.
So you've been on this journey. I never get to see her. She's always here, there, everywhere. And she said, I'm taking off to Vietnam. I was like, oh, first, let's talk about where you're from.
I'm originally from the island of Tahiti. I was born and raised in Tahiti, French Polynesia, actually Moorea, which is a sister island.
How did you make your way to New York?
I used to be an event organizer, but solely gala fundraisers. So that was one of my businesses back then, and I had a 6-month contract to organize this major gala fundraiser for this foundation called the Starkey Hearing Foundation. And 50 Cent was our...
Fitty, okay.
Fitty.
Fitty, all right.
Was the headliner.
Fitty,
that was my first event here in New Hampton.
Fitty's a seeker. He is. He's a seeker. He likes it. He wants to know what's going on.
He donated all the effing vodka for that event, and he donated 2 hours of his time.
Wow, nice.
Which was extremely generous, and I'll never forget if you're watching this, which I doubt, but if you ever watch this, Fitty, you owe me a drink.
Yes, well, and then I come to find out after I met you that she's married to the nicest man in all the Hamptons. The best person ever, besides my boyfriend, John O'Brien, husband.
He does not want to be mentioned, ever.
Well, you know what?
So.
She didn't, but I did. I didn't make that promise. How about that?
How about you?
Me?
Yes.
I'm just a woman that's here on this planet hoping to enlighten people and to give them spiritual insight. But I do believe this. I'm a psychic and I'm a medium, and I'm very happy when people say to me, oh, I kind of knew that, because I think I confirm what we already know, because I think humans, we're all very intuitive and we're all very psychic in our own, and we're just very disconnected from that.
You're not an ordinary psychic. I'd say you're like an energy shifter or shaper.
Thank you. I hope that I shift people, but I think it's because I give insight so people can make better decisions or see things differently. And I think that's the shifting of energy. It's like when you see something differently, or you have an answer to something, you can feel about it differently, and you could make better decisions in your own life. And I think that's the key. And if I can inspire somebody to be a better person, or to be happier, or to take the high road, which, look, we're here living this human experience, and it's not easy, and I am not hugging the tree and rainbows and unicorns. I understand that we are here to, learn, and I just can see it, hear it, smell it, feel it. But I've
witnessed it myself.
I have had to learn psychic etiquette.
What is psychic etiquette?
I think that if you just say things and people are not ready to hear them and they don't ask you, I think you have to be very conscientious of that.
Yes.
Everybody has to learn in their own way, and
because it can backfire big time.
Oh yes, and look, I'm not God, but I got a pretty good sense of what the bottom line is. We have to respect the light and the shadow. It's all here to, have its own purpose, right?
Listen, you guys, if you need a reading, you can just call her. I'm serious.
You can call me. Yes, you can call me.
You can call her.
You can text me.
You don't have to actually come and see her in
No.
person. She'll be able to read.
It's very. I'll say something about that. It's very funny about people feel they need to see me in person, and sometimes I think I might be better when I'm not with the person because the information comes. It's a bit more clear, and I'm not like connected to somebody's responses or their feelings about what I'm saying sometimes. So the phone is, it's all energy. It's all energy, people. So you don't have to.
We're all connected.
Everybody's
Either
connected.
way. So yes, it doesn't matter if you're in person or on the phone. Sometimes I think it's more powerful when the person is not right there, right?
I think that, but I know some people prefer, they feel like they get more out of it when they're sitting in front of me, but really, it is, to me, it's more powerful when I'm not in somebody's presence. I can really get the information.
Oh, what number would they call?
713-412-6254. That's what it would be.
Let's say it again.
713-412-6254. Noé, you had told me when we first met that your mother was a healer with plants. And I was so moved by that. Can you tell me about that? Can you tell us a little bit about... Because I know
take an entire different.
Right. But I will say this: you have given me some information because your spidey senses are pretty switched on, and I do believe that your mother was powerful and she was a big force in your life. And you had said that to me, and she helped people with through plants. Correct.
Through plant energy. But she was primarily a dream interpreter.
That's how I get the information from myself, is through my dreams. So I'm a big advocate for writing your dreams down, and really, you can really see what's happening when you.
Yeah, it's not a gift I got, no, for sure.
Well, remember, I believe that our higher self knows everything, and when we're sleeping, people, spirits, people that have crossed over, they can really reach us when we're sleeping because our minds are not active. So it's a powerful way to see what you need to know. And if you write it down and then you refer back to it, it'll start to speak to you more.
Yes.
I didn't know that about your mom. Wow.
Yeah, people came to see her just to get
dream
their
interpretation.
Dreams interpreted. Yeah, but she was
something that I like to do, actually.
Yes. So she healed people. She healed herself from cancer through plants. She would interpret things for people. Then it would go into this seance. It seems like. Very often she'd be able to even hear spirits wanting to talk.
Sure.
I did not inherit any of
I
inherited other gifts.
Yes.
But the gifts I inherited are more from my paternal grandmother. Yeah, they're slightly different. And you've witnessed a little bit of it. I mostly use cards to cater to my gifts, the goddess cards, as you know.
Yeah, they're great.
I just cut through bullshit. If I see bullshit, I will call you on it. I just don't have the mental capacity nor the energy
to be patient.
Yes, and I think one of my lessons in traveling the world is to learn how to gently convey to people that they're wallowing in their bullshit and they just need to stop it.
So traveling the world helps you be able to cultivate that? Is that what you're saying?
It helps me to sharpen that gift. I see more clearly. What it's helping me on top of that is to be more gentle on how to deliver it more elegantly.
Yeah,
more
okay,
gently.
No. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. I think I have, fine-tuned that through the years with people.
Yeah.
When I sense that somebody can't exactly hear.
That's a gift you have on top of everything you have. You have such eloquence in the way you deliver.
Well, you know what it is? For me, it's like I speak different languages. Like I get the information and then I'm able to deliver to the person at their level of how they can receive it.
See, no, that's not my gift. I do not have. I'm learning.
She's like, listen, get rid of them. They're like,
no, I'm just like, you know what, cut your bullshit.
Right.
This is what you're doing. If you keep repeating the same pattern, you'll only have yourself to blame.
I've heard you say, he's just not it.
But
I've heard her say that before. I'm like, whoa.
But
I
okay.
need
to learn to be gentler with how I deliver messages to
Well,
people.
you know, I'll say this, in my field, the one thing that I have come across with different readers, seers, psychics, you know, people that are very talented in what they do is they can project sometimes. And I pride myself in not being a projector. So I take my complete self out of the picture. And I look at it like a scientist. I look at it, I have nothing to do with the outcome. I have no skin in that game. So here's the information, and every person is allowed to, you know, it's their decision how they want to handle it. So and I find that can be, you have to be careful of other people that are doing readings, that they can project their own stuff into it.
Yes, I've experienced that.
So to me, if you can find somebody, here's a great example. So a girl calls me up and she says, I gotta talk to you. And I'm like, okay, listen, we're gonna talk about your boyfriend, all right? But call me tomorrow at noon, okay? But don't talk to anybody. Don't talk to your best friend, your sister, your brother, your mother, your neighbor, because I'm just gonna undo what they said. So I'm not saying that people are coming from a bad place. They definitely want you to be happy. They really feel like they're helping you, but I can see it clearly. And I'm not advising you, I'm getting information. I think people think I'm just talking. No, it's not.
No,
I'm not just talking.
No. She doesn't talk to say nothing.
No. So I just,
Pay
and look,
attention.
and if I don't know, I will say, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's not coming to me. And sometimes we're not supposed to know.
For your own protection, right?
Well, yeah, I think sometimes we're not supposed to know when we're leaving this planet, or sometimes we're, you know, I think there's some mystery that we're supposed to just be a part of, and it's part of us finding our way. And I mean, I don't live my path, you know, with all the information. I got to walk blindly to a degree. Got to make my own mistakes and experiences to make me who I am. So,
talking about that, we're in the Hamptons, right?
We
it's
are.
not an easy place. The Hamptons is not all what it seems to be.
It's a diverse place, I would say, with a lot of different, you know, mentalities and culture, and I mean, I think that's the beauty of it.
And that is why I wanted to create this podcast. Sassy Goddess podcast came to me, actually through a dream.
Through a dream. Oh, but she's not a dream interpreter, by the way, y'all. Okay? Like,
No, it's not. I didn't interpret it. I just say, okay, then I'm going to start a Sassy Goddess podcast. I had a lot pent up in me that I would love to.
I had to straighten her out too.
Yes, to say out loud to some of the people here, but I figured, no, let's just be creative and let's be mostly constructive about this. And instead, start a podcast where you can talk with a goddess like Christiana about what it means to be a sassy goddess, a woman in her power, take responsibility for her own power, and to get out of the victimhood mentality. Because in my experience being here in the Hamptons, I found that a lot of people here indulge and just wallow in victimhood mentality, and I have a hard time with that.
I think the idea here is money and power, and there's a lot of it here, of course, because we're close to Manhattan, and I think that's what people can feel, which is success, and they think that's going to bring them happiness. And we all know that at the end of the day, it doesn't entirely. I mean, not that money isn't wonderful and great, and it provides great things, but it's not.
I bet you deal with so many clients that have all the money in the world but are just so miserable.
Yes. Yeah. And listen, I think money is money and power, and I think living your best, wanting to have all those things is amazing. I think it's how you decide to value it and what you do with it.
It's all energy. Money is energy.
It's all energy. Some of the wealthiest people that I have come into contact with, you know, are the most unhappy.
And that is something I want to say for future podcasts. If you want to come on board with us, like in a live type of situation, please DM us and we will arrange. In the meantime, I am so psyched. How do you feel about doing this podcast?
I think it's going to be great. I think we have a lot of things we could talk about and we can cover. And I mean, it's not just only spirituality. It's about, you know, reality, real life, and real things. So yes, I have a lot of faith in the future. And we're all connected, and I think that we're being called to make, choices for our highest selves. I think it's very evident. I think there's times of stagnation. I think 2024, my clients were like, Christiana, can you just tell, like, am I missing something? Like, what's going on? But I think it was just a time for people to really pay attention to what's important. I have a lot of gratitude. I'm very lucky. I'm very fortunate. The most important relationship I have on this planet is the Creator. The Creator is everything to me, and that connection is everything.
Yes.
And when you start there, that's my boss. That's what I say. Like,
yes, I
my
agree.
boss, like the information, it's like that's my boss. That's who pays me. Really. But I have a great love in my life. I have somebody I really care about who cares about me, and I have good friendships, and I live in a safe place. When you have gratitude, the angels open the doors.
That's so true.
When we're in a space when we're not feeling open, it's hard for them to access us. Anybody who has any topics that they want to discuss or they have any questions, I'd love to know what people are feeling and inquiring about.
And I even need to make an appointment to see her. All right, Christiana, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. This has been so fun. Oh my gosh.